Hello, I'm Matt from Ludochrono, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Far Cry Beyond. It is a cooperative narrative dungeon crawler game for 2 to 4 players in which you play loops, and at each loop you develop your game. You discover new components, new maps, new enemies, and new stuff for your heroes. So you play as heroes and you will fight against communists, and you will play several acts, and during an act you will have different scenes. So in this case, I read a paragraph of scenario and then I encountered a scene, which is this sheet. It's a scenario sheet. And then you will set it up and you will be able to have the objective of the game. And in this case, it's simply I need to knock out all of my opponents. So we have gunmen and also corporals. So how will we do that? Well, we as heroes have miniatures, but we also have dashboards. And on your dashboard, you have your special ability, your hit points, your movement points, but also weapons, stunts, items, and reaction cards. So the weapons are obviously weapons that you can use once per turn to attack your opponents. The stunts have you spend movement points in another way. You don't have to move exactly. You can bump into other people, jump, vault, hide, and so on and so forth. And the reactions are bonuses that you can use conditionally. When you meet their conditions, you can reveal them, and that gives you a specific edge over the game. So now, how do we play, and how does an act and a scene play out? Well, we're going to have first the hero phase, and then the baddies phase. During the hero phase, all of the heroes, all of the players will act together, and they will play together in simultaneous time. There is no player turn. You can play one action and then another player takes an action, or you can play all of your actions. Well, you don't have any player turn. So for example, Kumiko will do this, and then Bolt will do this, and then Bolt will shoot, and so on. There is absolutely no order. If you want to declare an attack, you have to declare the weapon that attacks, your target. So if you use your machete, you need to be at close range, but with the SMG, I can be far. And on a weapon, you will see a specific die color. And the die color represents the number of hits, of potential hits on a die. So for example, with the red die, you have only 2 hits out of 6 sides. And on the green, you have 5 hits out of 6 sides. Then you roll your die. If you don't roll a blank, you hit and you deal that kind of damage. In this case, you deal 2 damage to the red corporal. So that's it for the basics of an attack. So every weapon has some special abilities, and you can use your weapons only once per turn. And then you're going to chain actions until the heroes, the players, don't want to act anymore, don't want to take actions anymore, or cannot take actions anymore. Then you will go to the baddies phase. And during the baddies phase, the baddies will activate clockwise, starting from the green, then orange, then purple, then red. So for example, this one is going to go first. And you're going to look at their AI card, because they have behavior cards. And these cards are tied to the number of wounds that they have suffered. So this one has no wounds. They will take the 0 to 4 wounds. They target the closest player. It will be Kumiko here. They move towards them. So 1, 2 move, as indicated here, and then they attack if possible. They attack with a baton, and they will use the equipment. So different baddies may have different equipment with different abilities. In this case, they will roll a green die. They will deal 1 damage to Kumiko. She will suffer 1 damage, and we can move on to the next activation. So once we have activated all the baddies, we move back to a hero phase. We get our weapons back, we get our move speed up to the points that we gain every turn, and so on and so forth. So now we need to best our opponents, to knock them out, to win this specific encounter. But other encounters might have you push buttons, do stuff, interact with the environment. You never know. However, if you get to 0 health, well, you are out of the game. But your buddies can resuscitate you using those tokens. You have like a few of those tokens every single act. And then if you don't have them anymore, you can't be resuscitated. You can't be helped anymore. And if everyone is out, every hero is out, the game is lost. So you're going to have to survive and have to deal sufficient damage and manage the objectives to reach the endpoint. And then sometimes you will branch out, you will have a choice, and you will change the map, change the things. You will open new envelopes with new content and new enemies. So once you have finished an act, you can play it again with other characters, with your old characters, but you will maybe take other paths, maybe discover new ways to interact with the game, and then you will be able to unlock new stuff every single time. That's it for Far Cry Beyond. So as you may have understood, this is a highly replayable dungeon crawler legacy game in which you play loops, and each loop you will unlock new content for the next loop. Bye bye, see you on another Far.